I spent hours trying to figure out how to work my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as a webcam. And not only did I spend hours trying to figure that out and countless YouTube videos, I also spent a whole lot of time just trying to figure out the sound. But I figured it out. I know how to do the analytics, the picture-in-picture, and make sure I have sound, make sure it's recording. So I'm gonna show you right now. So I recently posted a video on my channel, and it was like the second video on this channel, and I was talking about how I had a little bit of trouble figuring out how to do my analytics report with the picture down at the bottom. And I recently figured it out, and I also made a comment in that video and said if you were curious to know how I worked out all the kinks. So I am here to let you know exactly what I did step by step, slowly, because all the YouTube videos I saw, it was like one video had this information, another video had this information, and if you're like me, I just need it all in one place so I can figure out quickly. So step one is easy. It is simply plug in your camera. So my DJI came with a shorter USB cord, and so I just used a longer one from my iPad just to plug it in. And make sure you plug it in turned off if you're working with the DJI. I don't know about other cameras, but for me, I'm using the DJI, and I plugged it in and I made sure it was turned off, and I simply turned it on, and I chose the webcam feature. So once I chose the webcam feature, I simply went onto my Mac and I pulled up QuickTime. I'm not really sure how this works on anything besides a Mac, but I'm sure it's pretty much the same. So for me on my Mac, I have QuickTime. QuickTime is free. I did look into some other options that were more advanced, and there is one, I will post the name here because I can't remember the exact name, but there's one that I really want to try out, but it is not free. So until my channel starts making money, we're going to use the free options. All right, guys, so let's start with the screen recording process. So I am here, I have my analytics pulled up on my screen, and I have my DJI plugged up. It's in webcam mode. All right, so I'm in my analytics and I am ready to screen record. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply open QuickTime. And so when I get to QuickTime, in order to start the screen recording, I actually wanna start with New Movie first. So I'm gonna click on New Movie. So, and then you'll see a box pop up for your movie. And so you can move this box anywhere you want. You can make it bigger or smaller. I like to just make it really small and just leave it in the corner. And one of the important things I learned is that you have to go to view and float on top in order for this to stay on the screen while you're doing your analytics and clicking on anything on the screen. So I make sure that it's floating on top. And then I'm going to go, and the most important part, there are two parts to this that I made sure that I did. So I click right here on this arrow, and I make sure that it has the Osmo Pocket 3 highlighted or checked, and then I make sure that it has capture inactive, so it picks up this microphone that I'm using. Whatever type of microphone you're using, you always want to make sure you are clicking on capture inactive. So when I used just this mic and I was practicing screen recording without doing a webcam, I did notice that it said DJI Osmo Pocket 3 mic instead of capture inactive. And that's because I linked it directly to Bluetooth to my Mac. So as soon as you have that all situated, you want to go now to an actual screen recording. So for me, this doesn't show up because I'm already screen recording, but for you, this will show up, and you'll click on screen recording and the screen won't change, but you will see at the bottom, it'll come up with your options to do a screen capture or screen recording. Okay guys, so the very last thing you want to do is when you go into a screen recording is to make sure that you check the options and make sure that your microphone or your webcam has the correct setting as far as picking up the volume. That is where I had the biggest struggle. All right, so right down here, you're gonna see options, and you're just gonna wanna make sure that it's either capture inactive, or if you have just a Bluetooth microphone or a plug-in microphone, that you have the correct microphone selected so that you get your volume. This is where I definitely kept messing up and did not get the right thing. Once you have all of that, you start your screen recording. You can click anywhere you want. You can do anything and your box will still be down here. Everything is recording. As you can see down here, my volume for the mic is showing that it is recording. Everything is picking up and we are good. Something I actually learned that's pretty cool about this DJI is that I can record just myself while also getting the footage on the computer of the screen recording with my picture inside of it. And I think that's so cool because I was just looking at some of the more paid versions where that you can jump back and forth between screens, and I was like, dang, I want to do that, but I'm not really ready to pay for it. Is it going to take a little bit more time to edit? Yes, but I can do it and it's free. So as promised, I want to share something that I learned that was really neat, that I really loved, and I kind of found it accidentally after searching for it on YouTube. So I wanted to know how to jump from this clip here to a screen capture back and forth. And yeah, I figured it out. I thought it was so cool. And the way you do that is by simply hitting record on your recording device. So whether it's the DJI or whatever camera you're using, you hit record on that while you're also hitting screen record on your screen. And then when you take it into editing, whatever editing software you're using, I use Final Cut Pro, I just make sure the volume, the talking parts line up directly on top of each other. And as I'm editing, I just kind of go in and snip where I want it. If you were interested in seeing exactly how I did it and the process for that, just like a behind the scenes as I'm editing a video, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I would be so happy to share that with you because I am loving learning so many new things and really just figuring out all the cool things that I see other YouTubers do and finding it out by accident, honestly. It's just the craziest thing. So yeah. So that's it, guys. That is how I got the screen within the screen, or like myself within a screen capture. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.